Alright, round one. Yes, I would like to play first. Yeah, I mean, I guess I keep this. Does it... I guess I just need to draw land. And it's fine. I'll keep. Excuse me. I mean, I assume I'm just going Timber Pack Wolf turn one. And we'll see from there. Ah, yes, of course. Fiery Impulse. Oh, missing a land. Well, aren't these just somewhat awkward hands running up against each other? Ah, yes, that's looking quite good here. Well, that's the only play open to me, so I will let my opponent know I have an evolutionary leap. Aha! Both of their colors. Taupen Freeblade. Cleric of the Forward Order. It's the same thing. Interesting. Alright. Well. Should not have played that swamp before combat, but hey. Here we are. Blocks, no blocks. Blocks, okay. Yeah, I'll trade. Empath. Scry 2. That's very awkward, but I'm willing to bottom both. And Forest, of course. Kill spell from my empath. Jailer? It's pretty good for me. Value? Not a ton of value. This card isn't great, but yes. Don't tell me you're going to use a trick to save a Crowan Jailer. Okay. Attack, I guess. Can't be Flare. Offhand, I don't know of anything for that does anything here. Yeah. Just pass. Evolutionary Leap does mean I can't really F6, which is unfortunate to say the least. I'm surprised you blocked? Well, no, I guess I did. I must have drawn that this turn. There's the token free play. Definitely discerning with both here. I will gladly trade for these two creatures if given the opportunity. This may be a bit aggressive, but okay. Yes, we'll definitely gladly trade. Like, as the red-white deck, I don't know what the top end is for my opponent, but it seems to me you're not gaining a ton of value by blocking when you're at 20 with your free blade. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at that in a wrong way, but the card is very good. Jeez! Okay, alright. Well, that's not great for me. I assume I just hang back here. Because I don't want to trade 2 for 4. I don't really want to put any of these creatures on the battlefield. I mean, clearly punished for bottoming those swamps, but kind of feel that was the right way to play it. Just going to pass here. This is very good. This is, in limited, maybe the best card in the whole set. It is a meeting. Passing on 5 mana. What is this, Hixus? Alright, so it'll take my whole turn to play the Gorger. I could attack into Hixus. That doesn't seem great. This could just be leaving up Flingathopter at the Husk. Which, I mean, if that's the play, I think I'm okay with that. Like, that cuts the clock by so much. Yeah, so this is either Hixus, which would mean they would have opened another Bomb Rare, or it's Kill the Husk. Not doing it in combat. Yeah, I'll swing. Oh, Flare. Okay. It's awkward, but sure. I mean, I think that's the way I wanted to play that. Obviously, I'm happy if my opponent throws something at the Husk, or even in this case, at the Spirit, but I don't think getting no value is right. Ooh, I wonder if my opponent misreads here and doesn't attack. Oh, well, I guess it's not exactly misreading. Oh, I will gladly trade for whatever trick you have here. Enshrouding Mist. Okay. Okay. Now which Visionary? Taking 2. There we go. So my opponent has spent Flare and an Enshrouding Mist this turn. I can play my bomb, and I believe I'll do that. Yeah, because I have 7 men, so I can't play Visionary and Kothafed. And if I play Kothafed, that means that they have to use whatever it is they have. So that's the plan. What do you say about a flying 6/6? I mean, clearly you could have things. looks like they do. Bonds, okay. And that's sort of expected. I guess that would have been a reason to play the Gorge. They don't really have to do anything with if I play the Gorger though, because he can still fly over. Jeez. Okay, so I can wait, kill Pia and Kieran. And then Marauder to kill a Thopter. That uses all of my mana. It just trades Marauder for a Thopter though, and that's not great. I'm going to lead off with a Visionary because I could I can inform my plays from that point. Alright, so I drew a land. So that means I could go Necromantic Summons on Kothafed and have Sacrifice up. That seems pretty good. I can still wait of the Underworld, Pia, and Kieran. And that also seems pretty good. Yeah. So I take 2 here, go down to 10. But my opponent is basically top decking, and I don't think they can beat Kothafed. So I'll wait Pia and Kieran. And I'll take 2 damage, presumably. Visionary is nice because if they have a haste creature, they would also have to have a removal spell. Now, to my mind, the question is whether I will Flesh Bag next turn and make them sack a Thopter token, or they just sack a Jailer. Jailer is not terrible on this board state, actually. Alright, so Marauder and Shaman would be 6 mana. Okay, it would be awkward if my opponent blocked here. I'll tell you what, if I play Marauder first, I think they're more likely to sack... I guess they're more likely to sack the Thopter at that point. I mean, I guess I'm sacking Visionary so they can sack Jailer. Depends on what they think is more likely to be important. Yeah, and then I'll sack Shaman here. Alright, so here I'll be going down to 9. My opponent is somewhat priced in dealing with these 2 3/1s, though they can do that just by blocking. I assume the Dead Bridge Shaman is going to be tapped down. Alright. So I could just get back Kothafed. I would want to go to combat first, so Shaman got tapped down, but yeah, I think that's the play at this point. If it doesn't tap down Shaman, I'm just going to swing with both. So I have 8 mana, so I could go Summons, that's 5, Vial, that's 7, and then still have Sack up to leave. Why are you? Oh, well. Yeah. It's either way works. Alright, so never getting spell mastery here, so I could have got Pia and Kieran, but Kothfed just seems rather significantly better. Oh, that's a thing. I'm not going to activate Vial in this case to save 1 damage, because what if my opponent has blank? I don't want my opponent to have blank. Alright, if my opponent is tapping down Kothafed, I think I'm okay with that. I mean, they're tapping down Kothafed. And to me the question is, are they blocking? If they are, they're blocking Marauder, which is fine by me. Smash that. Okay. In that case, cancel. Kothafed cannot attack or block this turn. I had misremembered what it does. I think I'm fine with either of these being blocked. Okay. Alright, Rune Servitor is fine. Alright, how's my mana situation? I have 7, so I can play Gorger and not be holding up Reeve. Well, no, wait. My mana is 8, so I can play Gorger and hold up Reeve Soul, but nothing else. I'm going to play... Yeah, I'm going to play the Gorger. It's not great. But it is a sizable gentleman. I'll see what my opponent plays. Like, I may want to kill the Jailer at the end of their turn, but we'll see. Like, if they were to have a second Pia and Kieran, I wouldn't want that being aimed at my face. Even Battle Priest. Okay. Alright. We've created an even Battle Priest. Alright, that's a sorcery. That changes a number of things, I would say. Kill that, draw a card. And let's see, can I just kill them here? 8, 13, 16. Effectively. But I don't see how they get out of it if I just attack, so... That way I can get out of this without showing any more cards. I mean, you still take 9. Alright. I will play a Rune Servitor. I had to go through most of my toolbox this game. I guess Tragic Arrogance could be a reason to hold back Rune Servitor. thinking back, I don't think it does me any good to have to actually play it out there. So, being Kieran, really good. As it turned out, if my opponent had used their tricks aggressively or on their aggressive creatures, that could have ended quite poorly for me. I don't think I want Night Snare. The only thing I saw was P and Kieran, and that cost the same amount of mana. That doesn't seem like I'm getting a lot there. I might want the Slug over Vial, just because the Slug blocks all day. I might want Volley to deal with the 3/3 or the Thopters from P and Kieran. I don't have a lot of answers to flyers. That doesn't sound terrible to me. Cut Vial, bring in Volley. Is there anything else I want? Guardians is interesting, but it's like a cut husk for Guardians, but I think I'm going to run it like this. I think that's enough. That is, I think that one game was longer than any of my matches in this format have been. To be fair, I've almost always either been red or played against, red-white, or played against red-white, so, that does lend itself to swift matches. That game was interesting, but I kind of think my opponent should have not been so eager to trade off their early drops. I don't know. I could be wrong there. Anyway, on the draw, we'll see if we can get there. It's also important to remember that they missed a land drop. This is 2 land into Visionary with a 3-drop and a 4-drop and a Reef Soul. I don't think I can mulligan this. A removal spell on the draw seems like it's very good against red-white. A 2-mana removal spell. At least, wait. They put me on the play? What? I am all kind of weirded out right now. My opponent put me on the play in their red-white deck. I don't know why. They certainly have a reasoning for it, but I don't know. The number of cards I can't cast is increasing, but if you attack, I will block. Never not blocking. Okay. Clerk of the Forward Order. Alright, well, I will not be attacking then. That said, Interglow Recluse is a pretty good blocker here. And I will double block. If he's tapping down Recluse, I'm a happy man. Black. I'll play into whatever trick you have, sir. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Yep. Alright. There's nothing I'm missing here. I cannot cast a spell. Okay. I would have been very happy to draw a swamp there and get to kill this jailer. By the way, my opponent is playing 2 Akroan jailers. Really? I could have Titanic Growth. I passed with mana up. chump at 20. No, I can force my opponent to have to spend their mana to tap down a dude. Oh, hello. I would have preferred a land by a significant margin, but I'm getting in for the one here. It's a little worse if my opponent has a trick, because I could just hold these two back and double block still. But yeah, it's kind of what I was figuring after their last few plays. How many creatures are in my deck? That is a good question. 13, of which 3, 6, 7, 8 are in my hand. So that's 5 out of 27. Gather the Pack looks horrific here. I think I have to cast it, but odds to hit are slim. Wow, okay. God, to the graveyard? Jeez, I was thinking that was, I was thinking that was to the bottom. Yeah, we're passing here. Presumably, the longer we sit at a stalemate, the more it helps me. Of course, there's only 6 swamps left in the deck. And no Unholy Hunger, all of which is unfortunate, but here we are. Good. Good. I'm glad to see that. It's a spell I can cast. So, clearly my opponent is missing the second color, as am I. I'm not particularly interested in attacking here. I mean, clearly my opponent doesn't have a play, but again, if we're both sitting here doing nothing, I assume it favors me. And I have any number of blocks available. And I will block that. If given the opportunity, I will double block that and single block that. Block, 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 because I'm fine trading a Timberpack Wolf for an Enshrouding Mist. Which I assume this is. Oh, it's just a trade. Okay. That's fine. Swamp. Yes. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to play... I would rather kill one of his jailers here. Yeah, so I'll serve with the spirit. The question to me was whether I wanted to play Empath and Scry for land. I mean, I'd keep a creature, but that's rather unlikely. Much more likely to find land. But in this case, I'd rather just kill one of these jailers. And if they say the Enshrouding Mist to save a jailer, okay. I did not think that would be the case, but if it had been. Alternatively, I can Weight of the Underworld the 2/2 at some point, but my opponent has 6 cards in hand. At some point, they're going to play a good card like an Acrowan Sergeant, or a Topin Freeblade, and I'm going to be sitting here going, swamp please. Alright. so they have 4 cards in hand. They have not been playing like they had a trick. They could certainly draw one. I've seen Flare and I've seen Mist. Flare may have come out. I doubt it, but it may have because I saw Visionary. That's probably not enough to bring it out. What I'm thinking here is what Marauder gets. I'm pretty sure it gets Jailer. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing for me here because I want him to get rid of Jailer so I can go block here and block here. Or potentially block here. I not have to use one of my actual removal spells. So that's the plan. Now, if he doesn't sack Jailer, it's a little awkward, but at the same time, he's getting rid of a 2/2. At that point, it would have to be the Cleric. It's awkward I did this before combat, but I don't think it really matters. As it kind of does if he doesn't sack Jailer. I could leave back Spirit. I feel pretty good attacking with the unblockable here. Yeah, and then next turn I've got plenty of removal to choose from here. And yeah, block, if given the opportunity. Charging Griffin, sure. Not serving, okay. Okay. Not the land I wanted to see, certainly. I think in this case I kill the Griffin. Do I have to use this to kill the Griffin? I don't have a lot of answers to flyers. This gets rid of it. If he didn't attack last turn, he probably won't attack this turn unless he draws a thing. And this uses a bunch of my mana. And I'm just glutted with spells at this point. Doing that before attacks isn't really great, but I'm not attacking with anything other than the... Actually, it's wrong. It's great in this point, but what I'm trying to say is I'm doing several plays that I probably shouldn't be doing ahead of attacks. Playing the land was probably wrong. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure I'm fine with that given the way this board state is. Yeah, I'm a swap away from Kothafed. Yeah, I'm okay. Alright, so I can play Empath or Alpha. I guess given that option, I would probably rather play Empath. What I'm saying here is I can play, well, I could play Alpha, kill the Sergeant, and serve with everything? Because any blocks would be trades at best. I would have a 3/2 back. The Free Blade could potentially become Renown. That would be a little awkward. I think this is the way. No, cancel. There we go. Sergeant. Did I blocks? Do I serve? Yeah, I just serve with everything here. Yeah, there are no good blocks. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, no. I mean, this is a trade, but I just eat this guy. I don't think my opponent read that card. That is unfortunate for them. I could be gotten by Tragic Arrogance, I think it is. I mean, certainly there are good cards they could play. They could still have Hexes. Even Battle Priest. That does not do it. That does not do it. Yeah, I can attack with anything. I guess I don't attack with a Recluse. And if he... This is target creature, right? Yeah, so I can give the Alpha Trample if he blocks. Yeah, okay. So you take 5. And I play... 6/6. Again, I haven't seen Tragic Arrogance, so I'm not going to play around it. If they have it, though, that is very good for them. Yep, okay. That is fine. At some point, I will sack it to a husk, and I will get it back. If it comes to that. And I have not been paying nearly enough attention to my time. I've been thinking entirely too much about my plays. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean I would be pretty out of luck if they were to win this game. Which, to be fair, looks very unlikely. I should have held this, by the way. Piet and Kieran? Okay. Okay, pay a green. And they block there, and they take 3, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Yeah, sure, there. Swing for lethal. Sweet. So that is a lesson in how not to manage your time, but yeah, we got there. See you in round 2.